I dedicated this podcast to independent artists. I want to give you guys a straight look in the industry, man. Also want to highlight people behind the music scene, business side. When people see people behind the scenes, they don't know who that is. Yo, what's going on, man? Inkz Gee, aka Mr. Billionaire. Welcome to Who's That Podcast, man. Hopefully you guys tuning in. We got a big guest today. We got Jason from CMG, man. He manages, books a lot of stuff for CMG. Yo Gotti, Moneybagg Yo, EST Gee, 42 Dugg. So we got a lot of good things going on today. I want to shout out BSB Records. Me and my guy Troy, we teaming up to do distribution for artists, man. We're providing a lot of services for artists. So if you're interested, make sure you stick tuned and subscribe to my YouTube because the details will be there. So you gotta subscribe. You gotta see what's going on. We're giving a lot of good opportunities to artists, man. So make sure you guys tune in, tapping in. And listen, man, it's gonna be a great show. I want to make sure you guys understand again what the podcast is about. It's about shining light on people that's behind the scenes. I don't really know another platform that you can get on where you can actually hear from, A&Rs, managers, directly from their mouth what you need to get signed, what they need to sign you, what you got to have for them to even be interested in you, right? Usually to get in these type of rooms, man, you got to pay a lot of money. You got to have a certain relationship, a certain connection somewhere, to really take advantage and really even talk to these people. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a pretty big platform, man. So make sure you're taking advantage and you in tune because it's coming directly from their mouth. It's not he say, she say. They're actually telling you, what you need for them to get, for them to sign you or for them to bring you on to that record label as far as what they got, man. So make sure you tuning in. Make sure you following Who's That Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube so you don't miss nothing that's going on. I'm waiting for some more people to come in. And then I'm also waiting for Jason just formed, so I'm about to bring him on now. Yo.
What's poppin'?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling. What's going on?
Not much, man. I appreciate you jumping on the call, man.
It's all good.
For sure, man. I know you're a busy guy, man. I know you guys running around, so I definitely appreciate it, man.
Yeah. What's going on?
Most definitely, man. So this is Who's That Podcast. I basically formed this because I want to shine light on people that's like behind the scenes in the industry. I'm in the industry myself. I do a lot of behind the scenes work like tour management and product management. So I see the stuff you guys going through firsthand, and I just feel like it should be a bigger light. So I use my platform to kind of shine that on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to do. And being that I know you've been doing this for a minute, man. I've been studying you guys for a while. It seems like you've been there really since kind of day one. So I really just wanted to get your insight, get some advice to get an artist and just really shine light on the personal things you got going on to make your situation even better.
Yeah, I mean, you saying as far as the CMG situation?
No, just you in general. I know you work with CMG, but just you as a manager and the things, an entrepreneur, the things you got going on as well. I wanted to shine light on that so people can know, who you are directly.
Okay, yeah. I started in the music business like in 2005, like that. That's when I started working with them. I also started working with a couple other artists too at the same time, just trying to figure it out. And along the lines, one door opens another. So
For sure.
I opened the club in Memphis. That was like my first entrepreneurial thing, if you want to say. Like the first thing I did outside of music was a club called V Live Memphis, strip club.
Yeah.
So that made noise in the city. That I recently opened a club in Atlanta called Ember Lounge. It's open right now in Midtown Atlanta.
Okay, dope for sure.
Yeah, a couple other things though.
Most definitely, man. So I know you say you started in like 2005 with CMG. At first, people start working with, or was you like just managing people around the city kind of before that?
Yeah, it was CMG, and it was Pleasure from Pretty Ricky when he first left Pretty Ricky.
Okay.
So I started working with him and Gotti at the same time.
Most definitely.
They did the song. Remember the song Let's Vibe?
Oh yeah, for sure. Most definitely.
That's when I had linked them together.
Most definitely, man. Where did you see the turn in your career, kind of like from just kind of managing people to really, hey, this really could go somewhere? Where did you kind of see that turn at?
To be honest, I ain't really know, and I talk about this in my book. I dropped an ebook. I really ain't really know what I'm doing was a real business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I started working at the radio station at K97 in Memphis.
Okay.
And I just started meeting people and linking people up and stuff like that. One thing led to another. I was booking every artist that came through the city. Just like every club owner, everybody, they was calling me to bring all the artists to their club and venues. And so that's how I kind of got known on the music scene in the city. And then that's when I kind of got linked up with Gotti and started moving around. And that's kind of how that kind of happened.
Most definitely. How did you, for people that are trying to be in your position, how did you kind of put yourself in that position to kind of connect the dots and just link up? Because it seemed like you basically was a person somebody had to go through if they coming through Memphis, for a show. You know what I'm saying? So how did you kind of put yourself in that position?
It wasn't nobody really doing it. So I just kind of, before I started doing it in Memphis, niggas that own clubs or was putting shows together in the city were like calling booking agencies. This was before Instagram, before niggas was easy to reach out to.
For sure.
Call like agencies in New York, call people. So I just kind of came around like, damn, I know these niggas from working at the radio station.
Yeah, facts.
And I just, just started. I know them, and damn, I got some money the first time, and just kept going from there.
Most definitely dope, man. For somebody that's trying to be an up and coming manager, what's some advice you would give them just to kind of like, I'm kind of starting from zero. What's the first thing I really do?
You gotta understand the business first. That's
right.
Do your research. Don't just jump in this shit trying to figure it out. Don't try to. It's true enough. You can learn as you go, and that's the best. I learned the shit. Like the shit I know you can't learn in no classroom, but at least know the background so nobody taking advantage of you, taking advantage of your artist. If that's your homeboy, you support your homeboy, you want to come up with him, know the research, and y'all go together. That's why niggas end up swapping niggas out when they get bigger.
Yeah.
Boy don't really know, and you didn't really take the time to really find out what to do and how to even navigate through the shit. So
for sure. Now that's a big thing because we see that, as a consumer, you're not really in the industry, so you might see an artist when they get a little, more attention, more fame, more money, they might swap out, their homeboy for like a bigger manager. Yeah. But like you said, on the business side, that might make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because your homeboy might not know the business like the other person that could take you kind of to the next level.
Yeah, exactly. And hence is why I've been here the whole time.
For sure. Most definitely.
I figured the cheat code to this shit.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. How do you I guess how do you separate that's your homeboy to like, you know what I'm saying, like still business at the end of the day? Like, that's my homeboy, but we still gotta handle business at the end of the day.
I mean, because at the end of the day, you gotta look at what's professional and what's not. Either you professional or you ain't.
Yeah, fact.
I had to cut it on to cut it off. Like, let's handle the business first, and then we chill later, laugh about this shit. But
most definitely,
people laugh at me all the time when I'm working. I got a show. I be tunnel vision. I don't understand what I'm doing. Like, we got 2 goals: get the money and come back home safe.
Most definitely.
That's all we be focused on.
For sure, most definitely, man. For a lot of artists, everybody right now want to be signed to CMG. You know what I mean? Pretty every artist I know, especially when they see Yo Gotti, how you really take an artist and you guys, I'm pretty sure as a whole team effect, not just one person, how you guys are kind of molding these artists from like, because before you drop 42, EST and all those guys, outside those cities, we wasn't really familiar with them. You know what I'm saying? So from an artist perspective, what would they need or what are you guys looking for when it comes to just artists, come bringing on to that side of the label?
I mean, this is the thing with me. I hate when I hear artists say they want to get signed.
Yeah.
Make want to sign you. Like, put in the work. I seen niggas single-handedly, firsthand, shiesty, bag. I seen these niggas firsthand grind up and make niggas want to sign them. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
Like when Bag was coming up in Memphis, you couldn't go to the gas station, you couldn't go to Walmart, you couldn't go nowhere without hearing Bag everywhere. Same thing. I ain't seen that till Shiesty came. When Shiesty came out, same thing. So it's like they made niggas want to sign, figure out how to get your lane, how to get your fan base, and just drop. Keep dropping till niggas catch on.
What was that? I mean, I think
if you got the right momentum, niggas gonna come looking for you. Believe me, and you gonna dictate what you want and how you want to do it versus what somebody want to give you.
That's right. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's probably one of the hardest bars I heard because for the most part, most people do, you know, they looking for a deal. You know what I'm saying? They looking for somebody to sign
That's
the
the easy
versus the
way out.
opposite.
That's the easy way out.
Yeah.
Find your niche. Like, just like you mentioned, all these guys, EST, Dugg. When we started fucking with Dugg was already hot in Detroit.
Yeah.
Gotti brought Dugg out on stage. We had a show in Detroit. They knew the shit word for word.
Yeah.
Same thing with G. G had his area on lock. Like, all these niggas had their area on lock. We just came and magnified.
That's a super, super important fact. So artists, if you're on a live, you listening, man, make sure you got your shit, your ducks in the row, your city on smash. You know what I mean? And then people will come looking for you.
Focus on your city, bro. Focus on your city. Put that motherfucker in the headlock. Once that shit so hot, that shit gonna start seeping out everywhere else, and you just gonna grow. You just focus on your city. Take that motherfucker over.
Most definitely, man. I think that's definitely a super bar. You know, and I look at Memphis, man. Memphis, you know, Memphis is not a huge city, but y'all artists that's coming out there is like they on fire. You know what I'm saying? What makes Memphis, you know, that city that's delivering consistent talent right now? Damn, that really like the next Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I guess more people work together, but y'all got a lot of talent coming out there.
I mean, music always been there, but
that's a fact. Yeah,
always had the independent game on lock too.
that's a fact.
You know?
Yeah.
And so this shit always just been there. It's just the music just not catching on the past few years, and niggas is being more successful on a more commercial base.
Yeah.
So that's all it is. But Memphis always kept a rapper or two in the game.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Think about it. You know what I'm saying? They just to the forefront with the commercial shit now.
For sure, most definitely, man. Yeah, when you go back to 8 Ball, 3-6 Mafia, as far as the independent shit, y'all been doing that for a minute, man. I guess like it's just more commercial light shining on you guys.
Yeah.
It's because y'all got the younger artists that's kind of, you know what I mean, shining light.
Got the young niggas now.
Yeah. So that's pretty dope, man. And again, Yo Gotti, CMG, y'all been there since early, I want to say what?
I started working with Gotti in 05.
Yeah, and then he was bubbling, like, I want to say a little before that, right? Like early 2000s.
When I came around, they already had the cheap price song. God White showed the cheap price. They already had that going.
Yeah.
Right when That's What's Up dropped, that's when I came around.
Yeah, so yeah, that's early 2000, man. So the independent game there has been right there. So y'all already had that hustle kind of going on. So once you bring the commercial light, I guess that kind of just put everything together.
Exactly.
Most definitely, man. So you're an entrepreneur too, bro. How does that transition to what you do now on the management side with the music?
I mean, it's 24 hours in a day. You know what I'm saying? You make time for what's beneficial to your situation.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to be in a situation where I could run all of my businesses from wherever.
Most definitely.
I could be on a yacht in Cabo and have my shit running. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Set my shit up.
That definitely sounds like organization and the team to make sure everything is running efficient. If you're not really,
because I ain't really the most organized person in the world.
Oh, sure. Okay, most definitely, man.
I'm focused on what I'm doing. I think it's more focused than organization. I'm trying to say.
Most definitely. So, as an artist, I guess what would you have to say you to really, be successful? Kind of where you at, you really got to just be focused and kind of tunnel vision, like you were saying.
Yeah, you got to focus. You got to eat, sleep, everything. Your whole life. You talking about the artist, yeah.
Most definitely, man. For artists that got like a small budget right now, they trying to put 2 and 2 together. What would you think they should probably invest in just to really, get out there and, like you said, get their own city hot?
Studio time, videos. We in a YouTube world. I've seen too many artists get big off of YouTube.
For sure.
You making the right music, keep dropping on YouTube, growing your fan base, you gonna blow. In today's time, you got the right music, and you know what you're doing, you should get in there.
Most definitely. Like you say, you started this back in 2005, man. The digital social media shit really wasn't as strong. Yeah.
Nigga, we passing out hard CDs. There wasn't no YouTube on your phone at the time. Like, it was, niggas go to the computer to watch YouTube, but.
Most definitely, man. And so, do you think that hinders people more or helps them more now? Like,
it helps a lot. I've seen a lot of people blow up quick off like that.
Okay. But you know how, like, I talk to a lot of older people, and they be like, the work ethic not the same as somebody who came up.
It's not, because you don't have, like, back then it was a different game. You needed radio, you need all these tools to really blow up.
Yeah.
Back then. Now you don't really need radio.
Yeah.
You got an artist like EST Gee, got 3-4 platinum songs. Ain't never had a song on radio.
Damn. Yeah.
Damn. So you don't need radio for real these days. You just need to have internet.
Yeah.
Type of
so how do they, because the younger people, they got the digital shit, they understand social media, but sometimes the work ethic is not the same as somebody that's like yourself. How do they balance that? Like, how do they kind of balance that work ethic part too?
I mean, everybody's situation is different. You can't look at your situation and do what works for you.
For sure.
And balance your shit, your own shit, what makes sense, what's beneficial.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, how important is teamwork? Because it seems like you guys have a great setup over there. It seems like y'all all
You gotta have a team. You can't do this shit by yourself. You got to have the right team. Like,
most definitely.
Whatever you're doing, you gotta have the right team. In any business, you gotta have the right team.
Sure.
Have the right team, this shit gonna go down. You need help. I ain't gonna lie, I need help like a motherfucker.
For sure. Most definitely, man. What's a challenge you overcame, man? Because you've been doing this shit 2005, it's 2022. That's a long fucking time. Mm-hmm. I know you done been through some trials and tribulations. What's one of the most challenging things you overcame during your time?
The life or death situations, literally.
For sure.
You gotta stay safe on that road.
For sure, man. How do you balance that, man? Because you as a manager, you know, you're a manager, but at the same time, you loyal to who you loyal to. You know what I'm saying? How do you kind of balance that and still do your job and shit?
You just gotta know how to move. That's like the experience.
Most definitely.
You gotta know how to move the right way. Have the right people with you. No, you gotta be on defense. You can't really be on offense.
Yeah. Most definitely, man. I think that's super important to learn. Hold on, y'all. Breaking up. If y'all tune in, make sure y'all following everybody. Hold on, y'all. We be right back. Yo.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I know we left off today just making sure you're on defense.
Yeah. Defense, not offense. You don't want the problem. You want to go get some money, get in, get out, go home safe to your family, your kids. That's how this whole shit is about. Taking care of your family, growing, like ownership. Like, you can't do this shit trying to find problems in the club and shit.
For sure. Most definitely, man. You as somebody started 05, did you see yourself where you at now in 2022?
Nah, because I didn't even know this was a real business what I'm doing. I'm doing. My part, like, I didn't really know. I had to get in the shit to really understand it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of learned as I went. I knew a little bit. I knew the basis of it for me, booking the shows for other people, like, around the city. But as far as in it, I had to learn it, and I winged it until I knew it.
For sure.
I always been the type of person that can wing some shit, or like figure it out as I go. Mm-hmm. I don't read the instructions; I just figure it out.
Most definitely. Same shit, man. I'm like, I know I can figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? I rather the experience really kind of help you. Like you said, this shit you can't really go to school for it. Like, because nobody can teach you the shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's certain.
You gotta jump in it.
Yep. For sure, and you just learn how to swim as you fucking go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's certain situations you'll be in, like you book shows and shit all the time. So it's a lot of shit that'll pop up at a show that shit came out the blue. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you handle that? Because you probably the first person that people talking to. You know what I'm saying? So when shit kind of like just pop up, how do you handle that?
I mean, it just depends on the situation. Like, if it can be handled, if it can be worked out, if it can be with a situation, they might say, fuck it and roll. Like, we've been in all those situations. You just got to know how to move.
For sure.
There's no way to detect it. You just got to know how to move and know what's going on.
Yeah, I think critical thinking and a fast response rate is definitely
Yeah,
critical. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, all this shit.
most definitely. I know you. It's like again, you book shows like so. A lot of times, promoters might not have the money or
Oh, we don't have
certain.
no problems.
Okay, all right, word. Yeah,
We ain't
yeah,
had
that
no
was a long time ago.
yeah, we ain't had no type of problems in a minute. You gotta know how to. Again, you gotta know the tricks of the trade and the ins and outs. And most of my artists are like up to a certain stage or a certain status where we're not even dealing with a type of promoter that when you have your money.
Yeah,
We'll be
fact.
dealing with what you call A-list promoters that do this shit and
Yeah,
get more to lose than to play with your money on one show because they trying to get 50 more shows to book career promoters. Like, there's,
facts.
that's who you're dealing with. And then two, the amount of money is so much larger now. So it's like we can't even take cash. They got to wire this shit a couple
Yeah,
days before the show now. So
I ain't
remote.
gonna lie. That's different, man. You know when you got a wire of money, it's some shit they can't send directly on Cash App or some shit.
Oh yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different. Just share a story, man. I'm a promoter and like they booked Bag and
Mm-hmm.
they like, yo, Bag land. The show was like Friday, I think. They like, yo, Bag is flying in, I think Wednesday or some shit. He picking up his drum. Like, this nigga flying in on a private jet, picking shit up. I'm like, I never heard of that before. Cause I'm used to, you know what I'm saying, like the artists when they pull up or whatever, you get them straight or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
Bag was landing, I think, a couple days before, and he was like, you gotta have the money to him. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first time hearing that, like, okay, artists actually arrive a little before, and you gotta have the money straight.
Situation that like some other shit going on. That ain't really a normal situation. Normally with bag shit, you gotta send like if you book bag, you'll send us
Yeah,
a deposit, you send us
yeah,
a half in travel money up front,
yeah.
and the back end is due a couple days before the show. Like if your show on Saturday, you gotta send it back in on Thursday.
No, that's what I'm talking about. So the back end was they was bringing them the back end
Yeah,
way
that was
before
that
the
was
show.
the situation. That was,
Okay, guys.
but I'm saying normally
Okay, guys.
you gotta send. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That was just my first time, like you know what I'm saying, dealing with that. So that's why I know when you hit a certain level as an artist, like shit, you get different. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
certain procedures you got to go through that maybe you don't have to go through when you're starting off, and just seeing those different levels, man, that got to be a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Now I have to deal with shiesty promoters or you
Yeah.
know raggedy clubs and shit like that. You know?
I still deal with them though. Like I still, cause I got smaller artists too.
Yeah,
There's way up with the different series with me. Before a nigga play with our money, if I'm involved, they think about like who all I'm associated with.
yeah,
So you fucking up your relationship. Okay, you want to play with my man for 10,000, but you fucking up your relationship with the whole art artist.
yeah.
So
Facts.
no, do not book on your ass.
No, that's a fact.
No.
Hey, so do y'all really do that though? Like, if nigga kind of fuck up a situation, you have promoters that you don't really deal with.
Yeah, we had a nigga in North Carolina that did from North Carolina that did that with Ari. We had a party with Ari.
Mm.
He played with Ari money, and then he turned around and played with 30 money in the same weekend. We ain't know it was the same nigga and shit.
Ah,
So nigga from North Carolina. So that's the only situation recent. But
yeah,
he can't call and book nobody no more.
yeah. That shit fucked up, man. If you know a promoter, man, let them know, man. Niggas not playing them type of games, man.
Yeah.
But
You
that's
got the
on.
money to do a show. If you ain't got the whole bag to do a show, don't do it.
Yeah,
Like
fact.
niggas try to had the money, then try to make the rest of the money off the show to pay a nigga. Like if
Yeah,
you ain't
you
got
know
the
how
money
that
to do
shit
it,
go.
don't do the shit.
Yeah, because you never know how them shows gonna turn out the day of, man. You can't be betting on other people and shit like that, man. So
Yeah.
that shit, I think promoter 101, man. If you're a promoter on the line.
If nigga charging 100,000, have 100,000 to the side, and you pay the nigga his 100,000, and you make your money back. That's an entrepreneur. That's how you make your money. That's called business.
Most definitely, man. And speaking on that, man, how important it is just to remain having good relationships, having a good face card, you know, in the industry.
Relationships is everything. Like
Yeah,
our relationships worth more than money. I'm a true testament to that.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? The relationships, my relationships go back 15, 16, 17 years with niggas like, and we've been doing business.
Most
If you had a
definitely.
bad face card, a bad business, I had to be in a whole nother game.
Yeah, facts. That's a fact. No, for sure, man. That's definitely a fact. That's why I said man, you got to keep your face guard clean, man. So I think a lot of times when people coming up, they might burn bridges and relationship shit, and then
Niggas don't think about that. Niggas don't think 10 years down the line. Like
yeah,
a lot of managers, sometimes I seen a lot of you manager niggas, y'all get a little too cocky sometimes, a little too early,
yeah,
and you never know. Like you might have your run with this man, and you get another man coming up. Your shit burnt from the first run with the other man.
yeah,
So niggas ain't fucking with your new artists because your old artists you was asshole. So
most definitely. That's a fact, man. So definitely, man, keep your relationships, man. You know, as success comes, bro, how do you I'm pretty sure you don't have a problem with this, but I do see as managers get bigger, it can be hard for them to keep like level headed. How do you remain kind of just level headed and kind of to the streets and humble?
that shit a job, bro. This shit ain't nothing to, that shit just a job. I'm a hustler. Like we many opportunities as possible. I'm humble because I want more opportunities. Like I'm not. That's how I look at it. Like this shit is a normal job to me.
Most definitely.
Look at it, that's how I feel. Like, I wake up, do the shit. Sometimes I don't feel like doing the shit. Sometimes I don't feel like going to the airport. Sometimes I just want to sit at home. But it's a job. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Sure. Hell yeah, that's definitely some motivation from people shit that's trying to be where you at. I see a lot of times, man, guys like yourself, Gotti, Bag, 42, y'all seem like y'all work ethic is super crazy, right? And our artists that's trying to come up, they might not be working hard as y'all, but do you feel like the artists trying to come should be working harder than y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like
I
on your
mean,
come up.
everybody's situation different. So you
Yeah.
can't really compare one artist to another because his situation might be this or his situation might be that. You just gotta look at each individual. Like I like to look at each artist as their own business.
Yeah.
Yo Gotti is a business in the sense. Moneybagg Yo is its own business. So you gotta look at what's needed to run this business every day.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it because the business generates so much money and so much revenue and so much possible revenue.
For sure.
But that's done how you gotta look at it.
Most definitely. That's a fact, man. I think you made a great point for that. So out the qualities, you've been around a lot of successful people, man, a lot of successful artists. Do these artists have similar like, you know, characteristics and traits about their stuff that you see in successful artists?
I mean, everybody different. Everybody has their own success story, and everybody kind of moved on their own. So I don't really see like I see everybody's so different, bro. You just around everybody personality just so different, and how they move and how they handle their own business. It's like
Most definitely.
that's why I say everybody's their own business. Every business is ran differently, and I've just been blessed to be around so many of them that I know how to handle all of them.
Most definitely, man. That definitely takes just experience, man, and seeing different people. Because another thing I don't think people speak on as a manager, you got to learn how to deal with people and communication, you know what I'm saying, and really be able to deal with different things thrown at you at a time. Is that something you learned from experience, or you was naturally a people's person?
I'm not a people's person at all. I don't like people.
Thanks.
But I got to talk to people. You got to talk to people. You got to communicate. You got to know how to deal with things accordingly. You got to know when somebody playing with you. You got to know when it's a real naturally a problem. You got to know all this shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I think that's pretty big, man, because communication can solve a lot of shit when it comes.
Everything is communication with this shit.
Most definitely. So I think that's pretty big, man, pretty dope. But I think, like you said, the more you do it on a daily basis, shit, the more you learn. You pretty much experience now, so you done kind of seen the ups and downs of a lot of shit when it comes towards weight. So you can see a lot of shit before it happened.
Most definitely. I'd have probably been in every situation you could possibly be in.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
For sure, man. I can only imagine, man. What's your favorite part of being on the road, bro? Or do you have a favorite part as far as being on the road?
I mean, with me, I'm not really on the road full time like that anymore. Yeah. I just set everything up. So we hire road managers and shit like that now.
Yeah.
But my favorite part is going to different places I've never been to.
Most definitely.
That's probably the most, or going to my favorite places, or dealing with people and building relationships with different corporate people.
Yeah.
Like we got a show with Bag in the Bahamas coming up.
That's fine.
With the SLS hotel. The SLS hotel in the Bahamas booked us. That's the relationship we need with the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know that's probably my favorite part of it too.
Most definitely, man. For somebody that's trying to get sponsorships and build relations with corporations, what's some advice you would kind of give them?
Sponsorships. You have to have a popular product to sell to where people will want to invest in your brand and think that their brand will help their brand.
Most definitely.
So you got to understand the shit first of
Yeah,
what you're asking for. You
it's a
say you
fact.
want to sponsor, okay, the first thing you ask yourself is, can my brand help their brand? Realistically.
Facts.
If it can, it's your job to show them how your brand can help their brand
Facts.
and
Facts.
determine y'all work.
Most definitely, man. I listened to some of Gotti interviews, man. And he said you guys don't really have a budget when it comes to a artist and breaking them and stuff like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys know when, just from your perspective, how do you guys know when, like, all right, we invest in a lot? Do we sit down at the table or do we keep going? Because you guys are, you
I
sound like
mean,
you really believe
it comes down to business sense and what makes sense. There isn't a budget if it's gonna cost $1 million, but you know you can make 10.
yeah,
Why would it be a budget?
for
Because it
sure.
makes business sense. You
Most
know what I'm saying? So if I know I'm gonna make 10 million, fuck it, I'll put the million up.
definitely.
It's
Yeah,
not a budget. There ain't no budget
for
as long
sure.
as it make business sense.
Most definitely, man. And I think a lot of that comes with believing in yourself, one, and investing in yourself. So we in 2022, you know, to get anywhere, you got to invest in yourself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Financially, anywhere. How important is that on you guys? So you guys, even though you really independent, you just kind of work with a label, right?
Yeah. I mean, Gotti got a partnership with a label.
Yeah, with Interscope, yeah.
It's a partnership. And CMG does most of the work, and then
Yeah, of course.
they come in with expertise, but it's just a partnership.
Most definitely.
Everybody needs a partnership when you're trying to get to that next level.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? Like can't do it you can't do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
Sounds nice, but it's a difference from being worth a couple million and worth 20 million.
Yeah, man. So that shit again, man. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You want to stay on a certain level, or you want to be to the stars.
For sure, man. Hell yeah. That's a fact. Like I said, you definitely need a team and a great partnership to get to that next level. And especially you guys did it for so long, kind of by yourself, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To see you guys growing to that, man, that's
I mean, CMG, before it was CMG, it was like 3 or 4 of us in the beginning doing everything.
yeah,
That's before the CMG, before it was the CMG. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it was like 3, 4 people doing everything.
definitely, man. That
Before
that's
Rock
crazy.
Nation, before all this shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, that's crazy, man. To see, goddamn, 3 or 4 people, from there and then turn to that now. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's pretty dope, man. Now you kind of sit back, like you said, you done seen kind of everything, but you ain't had your chance. So even if you do bring somebody in a partnership or label, y'all already know the roles. You know what I'm saying, that need to be handled because you already did the shit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And,
Especially,
and you know your lane. It's
yeah.
all about staying in your lane and doing what you do.
Mm,
That's what I do. My thing is shows and concerts,
yeah,
appearances, growing the money and growing touring and shit like that's what I do.
most definitely.
I'm not talking to producers.
Facts.
I don't know shit. So all the producers out there, I don't mean to be rude or nothing, but I don't know nothing about no beats. I don't go to the studio.
Yeah,
I don't do nothing. I can't sit in the studio with the rapper all night. Them niggas
yeah,
just go 6, 7 in the morning. I gotta be up at 8, 9 answering the phone.
yeah, facts.
So by the time a nigga get up, hey, we down under made $500,000 today.
Yeah,
I
facts.
can't sleep till 4 o'clock with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. That's an important thing, man. Staying in your lane and being authentic too, man. I think that's something we kind of, I don't say we losing, but it's getting less of just people being just with themselves and just being authentic. But it seems like you guys sign pretty people that's authentic. How do you? I guess what's your advice to artists with that?
I'm not really on the signing side of things. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Again, I'm like, once that part of the business is done, then I come in and we look at the shows and the touring and how to
yeah,
get that shit rolling.
most definitely.
That's my part. Like, I'm not really on the side of signing. I know what's going on. I know everything that's going on. A lot of times I know the artists before they get signed, but
Mm-hmm,
that's not my thing. Again, I just stay in my lane. Like,
for
that's
sure.
what I do, and that's what I've been good at, and that's why I'm here so many years and so many artists later.
Most definitely, man. But again, that's like staying in your lane and just kind of focus on what you're doing to become. I think if you master what you come get at, though, that's an asset within itself. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that should bring more value to the table than somebody jumping all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You trying to do too much shit and don't know what you're doing, you gonna fuck some up.
For sure. Yeah.
Definitely gonna fuck some up.
That shit plays a part in entrepreneurship too, man. Like, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Doing 100 things at one time when you could just focus
Yeah.
on one.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man.
But that's always been like my kind of goal of what I do. Like none of my businesses I never wanted 100% of.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like you gotta dedicate 100% of your time to it.
That's a fact.
And I'm trying to do too much other shit. So when niggas always ask me, oh, why you got so many partners in the club? Why you got so many partners with this? Why you got so many partners with that?
Yeah.
I might have 20% of this because I only want to give you 20% of my time.
Yeah.
I want 100 different incomes. I don't want 100% of one. I want a whole bunch of different ones. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you keep passive income coming and streams of income and this shit.
Most definitely, man. I think that's a perfect way to put it. I think some people not scared of partnerships, but they might not want to give up, you know what I mean, some of their partnerships. But it's like, man, to really have 20 businesses and shit like that, you can't do all 20 by yourself. You definitely need people.
You know what I'm saying? But you had 20 businesses that you got a percentage of that you get to take off every week.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole key behind that. Like, you can't do everything yourself.
That's a fact. Somebody in the audience asking a question. Let me see what question. What do you think about the Southern chilling circuit?
I mean, you gotta go everywhere. If you want to be a popular artist, you gotta work everywhere. No place is more important than the other in the beginning.
For sure.
You gotta go everywhere, get 100%, get your fans and get your shows up.
For sure. I mean, starting out, you guys y'all probably been in every city in the United States.
Yeah, and internationally.
I've probably been all over, man.
There's no place in the United States I haven't been to.
Yeah, most definitely. Traveling those different cities, are the cities, like, if you go to so many places, do things start looking similar, or every city is pretty distinct to itself?
Nah, different places are distinct to themselves, but when you go to different places, you may have in your mind what a place may look like. Like, for instance, the first time we went to Alaska. You know, I never thought I'd go to Alaska. In my mind, I thought it was like igloos and shit everywhere. But Alaska looked like motherfucking Atlanta.
That's crazy. I wouldn't think that too. Like, that's crazy, man. I would think it's cold as fuck there, 24/7.
Yeah, it's cold as fuck, but it looked regular. Like it's like
they got like a city part type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. What's another question? I don't really know what this about. How early do you require half deposit? I'm guessing they talking about a show or something.
I mean, 24 hours after the contract is issued, you need a deposit. We don't really hold nothing without any money.
For sure, most definitely.
So if the money ain't in, it's not on hold. It's not locked in.
Most definitely, man. You just dropped the ebook as well, man. For people who are not familiar, what's some of the things they can learn in the ebook?
The ebook is really like, sometimes I hate when up and coming artists or niggas say like, I ain't doing nothing for free. They gotta pay me. But do you understand? You don't even understand what you're getting paid for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you do shows and people are paying you, they're investing into your brand. So you gotta ask yourself, do I think I can if this man put my name on a flyer, if I say I want $5,000, right? This man put my name on the flyer, can I bring out 200 people at $20 a piece at least?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
You got to do the math. You got to know the business part of it. They'll be throwing numbers out the sky. I want 10,000. Why do you want 10,000? They can't put 1,000 people in the club.
That's a fact, man.
That's the quickest way to shoot yourself in the foot, because a promoter, a nigga might really just like your music. You might not be worth that. And if he give you that and he lose, guess what? He gonna tell 2-3 other niggas, oh man, I lost my ass off. What's the name? Then it's going around. You're not really building your shit. The name of the game is fill your calendar up. Get your shit filled up. Then demand the prices and all that shit. You gotta know your worth first, though.
For sure.
All this shit in the ebook, though. The ebook in my bio. But
Yeah.
I oh shit there. Like it's the first couple chapters of it.
What was that? Somebody just asked, yeah, the ebook is in his bio. Just click the link in his bio, and I'll be promoting that as well on our joint too, man, just because I think that's dope. And you just hearing it from like somebody that's actually active in the industry right now. You know what I'm saying? So they giving you like straight from them out. You ain't hearing it from somebody or something like that. So I think that's definitely dope. Somebody asks, what's a marketing strategy you can get your single popping with?
Everybody's different. Again, that's not really my lane, but
Yeah.
it's not a general answer to that question because everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
Everybody got their own situations and how they got themselves up.
Most definitely, man. I think he even if you look at some of the interviews Gotti speaks on how just like you said, everybody's different. They might require a different amount of money, you know, different type of tools, whatever, because everybody's kind of in their own lane. So I think if you watch some of the interviews,
Shicey's like a good example of that. Shice popped off of YouTube.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Shicey got big off of YouTube, dropping shit off YouTube. I met Shicey, and they used to come to my club when I had the V Live club in Memphis.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I knew them from then, but they popped off of YouTube. They didn't have no big budget. They didn't have no $1 million behind on the pop. Him and 30, they just dropped on the internet. They just kept dropping on the internet. They just caught on.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Now when Gucci got behind them, and then when Endless got behind 30, they brought their music to the masses, to the national scene. But
yeah.
them niggas popped off of YouTube, bro.
That's I ain't gonna lie, that's type crazy. It to me, I'm not in Memphis. Did they pop off fast or did it take time? Somebody popped off fast.
Like, it took them like a year or two.
Damn, yeah.
You couldn't go nowhere without hearing 30 and Shiesty everywhere.
Damn, that's crazy. So
Yep.
artists, you listening, man, you put the work in it, it might not take you that long. Everybody's
They didn't
situation.
know what they was doing. They didn't know shit. They just were dropping.
Yeah. No,
They just were dropping. I was there.
that's a fact. So in your ebook, I know you just mentioned like also that the industry really not that big, you know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with promoters, like you said, you're not putting people in the seats of promoter tell another promoter, is the industry where you work, the things you work, is it small? Like if somebody tell another promoter, yo, you probably shouldn't book them because you ain't gonna make sure you're gonna flop. Is that really real, or does that kind of not really happen?
Real. That's why, like, you got to be careful. That's why I'm saying you got to be careful when you're throwing prices out there. You got to know your actual worth and what you're really worth and what you can really do.
Yeah.
Because if you overcharging these people, it's gonna catch up with you, and you're not gonna, and you're gonna hit it. It may seem like niggas booking you off the hype, right? So you may have 2-3 months worth of shows. The motherfuckers ain't. If you're overcharging and niggas losing their money, that shit just gonna come to a stop. They're gonna be at home. You be like, damn, why I'm at home? Nobody want You wanted too much money. You was an asshole. You want to do a niggas drops. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of reasons, and your shit just came to a stop.
Yeah.
That's number low, and niggas making money off you. They gonna keep booking you. Like it's like, all right, you want to sit at home and do 4 shows a month for 20,000, or you want to do 10 shows for 10,000?
Yeah. No, that's a fact, man.
Niggas will fuck around and turn down more money than they make.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact, man. I think that comes from like a greed type of thing, man. You just gotta have basing your morals for money. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit, you probably shouldn't just be violating.
Morals thing, it's a business, it's a common sense business thing. Like niggas don't understand the business or understand or not even the business or have business sense.
Yeah.
Or common sense to go with the business sense. Like
facts.
There's very few niggas that understand that I'm on 30,000. Why?
Facts.
There's no justification, and nigga might go ahead and do it because you had niggas that don't even listen to your music and just know the kids like your shit.
Yeah.
You might have a club owner where a DJ playing your song in this club every week, but that don't mean people want to necessarily see you just because you got a cool song. But the club owner say, "Oh, let me book this nigga because they playing the song all the time."
That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. When somebody hot, them niggas is hot. But that shit, like you said, that shit come to a halt real fast.
Different type of hot niggas. You have niggas that just got a hot song, or you have niggas that people are actually fans of.
Yeah.
You might have a nigga that don't nobody know, just caught up on a fucking song, put it out and it caught on, but nobody knows the person. They had no identity.
Most definitely. So it seems like a lot of times a song get hot before they get hot. Like the damn song.
Bigger than the artist.
Yeah, most definitely. You've been in a situation like that. Like, damn, we don't have even seen the artist, but the song just hot as shit.
Yeah. And the nigga may book you and give you what you asking for, and then when they lose, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, niggas ain't catching that second run.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact, man. That's definitely a fact. I seen that shit happen all the time. Like, god damn, we don't even really know how the artist look, but the nigga hot. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like to me though, a lot of times when people are hot, they try to kind of milk that why they hot because it might not last them, that long.
I think longevity.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a whole lot of reasons to this shit, but you gotta think past what's going on right now. These next couple months.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so there's very few artists that last past 5 years.
Man, I'm telling you, you can count them shits on maybe one or two hands. Artists that got really longevity, that's been around.
But those are people that people are actually fans of, though.
Facts.
They didn't just come with a hot song. People are fans of their projects. People are fans of their lifestyle. People are fans of everything they do.
Most definitely, man. That's a huge fact you just hit but do you think that's God given or you think a nigga could really make that? Because there's certain people that like, man,
it's just your music, the work you putting in, what you doing, how you running your business, is all those factors.
Yeah.
Staying consistent.
Most definitely. Because, I mean, when you first started, I'm pretty sure it wasn't like it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as bookings and shit like that. You know what I mean? So that shit came over time. So does it?
Yeah, so it's a lot of different concepts with that shit.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like some people got a crazy following, though. That shit is like, damn, like, they got a crazy fan base. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Yo Gotti, this nigga fan base is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people have them fan bases like it's like that shit just was it was God given to them niggas to think like people.
Yeah, I mean, you talking about somebody like Gotti, that's 20 years worth of work.
Yeah. That's that shit take time, man.
You talking about artists like Bag, that's 6, 7, 8, 9 years worth of work.
Yeah.
To where he's at now. You know what I'm saying? I've been working with Bag 6 years.
God damn.
He was already moving before that.
Yeah, damn. Bag been in the joint for like 6 years?
Yeah, think back to when he had Memphis on lock. Yeah. Damn. Then Gotti did the mixtape with him.
That shit crazy. Damn. God damn. They don't even seem to have been that long.
Yeah. You remember Gotti did the mixtape with him when they had the mixtape?
I remember that joint, when he first,
That was like 5 years ago.
Damn.
That was like 2017, 2018, something like that.
Damn, that shit crazy, man. Somebody said, do you only work with CMG artists?
No, I work with a lot of different artists outside of CMG during my career. I work with if whatever situation makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I worked with Shy Glizzy years ago when you were popping. Worked with most recently Shiesty 30. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it just makes sense. As long as it makes sense, we put it together.
For sure, man.
Still reach out to me all over the world to book other artists as well, not just CMG artists. They call to book other artists because I know a lot of people got a lot of relationships.
Most definitely, man. What do you guys, you specifically, man, what do you got coming up that we can look forward to?
Just look out for all the artist projects. You know, everybody dropping. Me personally, I just dropped the ebook. I'm gonna probably try to drop one once a month.
Oh,
just try to get artists they game on the show side of things. Just working, trying to open as many businesses as possible. Just grow.
Most definitely. I'm gonna get one more question. Somebody said, what's the main difference between club shows and going on tour?
Club shows are like basically one demographic. You know, more your urban crowd. You know what I'm saying? That's the club crowd. When you're going on tour, you're touching your different races, your different people that normally wouldn't come to the club. The people that's coming to see you on tour are the people that's gonna come to the club to see you. They ain't coming nowhere near the club. So you know they gonna come see you in a controlled environment. You know.
Yeah.
So that's how you touch your other fans is when you go on tour.
Most definitely, man. You seen a lot of people go from the local, club in the city to international superstars, man. How did that feel? Like, you know what I'm saying? From 200-300 people in the club to fucking rolling loud in another country.
That should be fun. I ain't gonna lie. It's fun as hell. Like, especially when you were there from the beginning and you seen it
Yeah,
and you grew with it. You know what I'm saying? It's fun.
most definitely, man. It seems like that comes with patience as well, man. Just being patient and being loyal to your situation. Like you said, staying in your lane. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And focus on what you got in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Definitely, man. To that person that's always asking everybody this, man, that person that's ready to give up right now, you know, they on their last straw. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing this shit for years, ain't shit pop off yet. What advice would you kind of give to them?
Well, you gotta stay consistent. If you believe in yourself, you just gotta stay consistent and keep doing that shit. That shit gonna happen for you if it's supposed to happen. Everything happen for a reason. So, you know, if that shit's supposed to happen, you keep at it. It's gonna happen. I know I'm living proof of it, because I ain't know what the fuck I was gonna do. I just had a daughter. I ain't know what I was about to do.
Yeah,
And then shit just kind of like one door opened and shit just kind of happened in levels.
most definitely, man. Salute, man. One more time, bro. Where can they get that ebook at that you just dropped?
The link in my bio. Just go to my bio. It's in the, you know,
For sure.
a lot of game in there. It's short, but it's straight to the point. That's why I'm gonna keep all of them short, because I know like a lot of niggas like us don't like to read a whole lot.
Hell no, we gotta get straight to it.
To the point. So I kind of like his ebook is just kind of telling you where I came from and why I'm qualified to give you the information I'm giving you, and then I'm giving you some of the information that you're gonna need. So each one you're gonna have information that that you can use, and you like, okay, bet.
Most definitely, man. And then, what's some of your clubs you get in that maybe somebody missed that we could support?
Right now in Memphis we just opened a smoke shop. Me and Lil Larry, my other partner Dennis, we just opened a smoke shop on Kirby Parkway, 3562 Kirby Parkway.
Okay.
You can go there, smoke your hookah. Whatever you buy at the shop, you can smoke it, sit in there, chill. We got the booths in there, the tables, like a little vibe. You can go in there, some new shit, different shit. And then in Atlanta, I got Ember, EMBR Lounge. You gonna check that out. That's in Midtown. It's like
Most
a
definitely.
big crowd type of thing. Like, it's cool. A little different.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And the new artists y'all got rolling on, the artists that you currently, you know, pushing, who's some of the artists we can go, you know, look up, Google, YouTube, watch their videos, check shit out.
Myself, all the artists I work with is Yo Gotti, Moneybagg Yo, EST Gee, the new artist Trip Star. He signed the Bread Gang, and 10% is signed to CMG.
Dope, dope.
Those are artists I'm personally working with myself.
For sure, man. For sure, man. It's been a pleasure having you on, bro, man. Thank you, man. I really salute you. I know you're a busy guy, man, so I appreciate you jumping on, bro.
So
Anything I can do, for sure, man. Anything I can do to support you, consider it done, bro. Whatever I can do in the resource I got, you know, consider them yours.
appreciate it, bro.
For sure, man. Again, man, enjoy your weekend, bro. I appreciate you jumping on.
You too. All right.
All right, peace.